Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm with the Lieutenant Governor's staff.
Yeah, we're a major sponsor of the speech tonight.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Did you go to the
We had the those ladies.
No, they're around. I actually stopped by their house for a break.
Oh, fantastic. Was it fairly well attended?
It was, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good crowd here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well, Kennedy, you got to...
Packs a room, right?
That's right.
I decided to stay in Portland, Oregon, and now I'm running KINK, which is a cool, fun company. Yeah.
That's a great.
Yeah, it's really fun.
And look at those, get a load of those shoes.
Are you looking to see if I'm wearing Keynote? I'm so sorry.
When you're in this business, you tend to go like this, and then I cut that, so you got the right shoes.
I've got the right shoe on.
All right, James Curley.
Colin.
Hey, good to meet you.
Colin is my husband, and this is Greg.
James Curley.
Greg's at the Well Sound Center.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great. Good. And what are you doing here? You're the roving reporter of the
I know. I'm only here to see Bobby.
Good. Good. I was talking to him this afternoon. Yeah, exactly.
I was. I've been raving about you ever since Monday.
Good.
I'm boring everybody.
Well, it should be fun on Saturday.
I think we'll have a lot of fun.
Good.
They're going to be in Mexico, so they're not going to be at the Keen stand.
How can you escape? How can you escape this good weather to go to that good weather? You're supposed to do that in January or something, aren't you?
When his company is paying for it, we've got to do it when we can get
I
it,
get
right?
it. Say no more. Say
I
no
know.
more. Well, that's good. Exactly.
Bobby said that you had a twin brother.
I do. He's identical. I'm warning you now. I'll play a trick on you one day.
Oh no, and it won't be you. And
We live in separate countries just to keep it
Where does
honest.
he live?
He's in Vancouver, in Canada.
BC?
Yeah.
Tell me what's Keen's big, ambitious project for the next year? What are you guys going to be doing?
The fun stuff. I'll tell you the biggest one, and this is, it's not we're doing the Stand Festival. Obviously, we're doing all that stuff. It's really cool. We are, from a business perspective, it's all about international. Literally, like I've been spending we just opened up an office in Rotterdam. You ever been to Rotterdam?
Oh, no, but man, I would love to.
City. Like if you think of cities in Europe, you think of the authentic, genuine stuff like that. But Rotterdam.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Royce Pollard, the Mayor of America's Vancouver, and I want to welcome you all here. We have a great evening, and I'm sure you're all anticipating that. Just let me just say that we're in the birthplace of history in the Pacific Northwest, and we often create history in Vancouver. And this evening is another historic moment for us to have Mr. Kennedy here. And so I welcome you all on behalf of the City Council and the citizens of Vancouver. I'm pleased to be here tonight to play the very important role of introducing the person who will introduce our guest speaker. Thank you very much. My mother would be very happy I got to tell you, if I'm going to introduce anybody, I introduce the guest speaker. When I was asked, I said, sure. The Lieutenant Governor of this state is one of the best friends this city has ever had. And we're honored to have him and his wife in Vancouver. He is by far the hardest working and most effective Lieutenant Governor in the history of the state of Washington. In a lot of states, the Lieutenant Governor is something like Vice President, I think.
He's an environmental lawyer with one of the most incredible resumes of accomplishments on environmental issues. And I have to say, he's a persistent and dogged critic of the Bush administration policies on the environment, which he has called, and it's called. We find his mark throughout the environmental movement, and if you got on this conference stuff, you can read about a lot of the things he said, but I really want to mention a couple. President and founder of the Waterkeeper Alliance, international advocacy organization that empowers 137 local waterkeeper programs to defend local waterways from polluters. He's the author of 2 books on the environment, numerous articles in prominent publications, little publications like the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, Newsweek, Vanity Fair, Rolling Stone, and other publications on all on national environmental policies and global warming and numerous other topics related to the environment. And for years, he served as the chief prosecuting attorney for Riverkeeper, an organization whose mission is to protect the Hudson River and its tributaries, which, by the way, are the primary source of drinking water for New York City. Matter of fact, his work on this cause was behind Time magazine's naming of him as Heroes of the Planet in 1999. So, of course, like I said, you can read about him, and many people have. Doesn't really need an introduction, but I think it's important that we reemphasize what an incredible American he is, and an advocate for not only the environment of America, but the environment of the world. What I see in Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is a man who has carried on the legacy of his father and his uncles of being a visionary leader, unafraid to take on controversial and difficult issues. John F. Kennedy was quoted to the moon and do other things. They are not easy, but because they are hard. A man who has taken that to heart, Mr. Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
As an old friend, I heard a first commitment on these issues, and I'm so grateful to you for your leadership on helping us all integrate an environmental ethic into our lives. I thank Royce for having me here. I have been here for recreational purposes on many occasions, Washington State, Oregon. In fact, when I was a little boy, I went with Justice William O. Douglas, who was a very close friend of my dad's, and he took us out here one night we came out to the World's Fair in Seattle when they first put up that Space Needle with about 9 or 10 of my brothers and sisters. And we went out on Puget Sound and caught more fish than I've ever seen in my life. We went hiking in the Olympic Peninsulas. We went on the San Juan Islands. We did a 2-week pack trip up there. And then I came back here many times because one of my father's best friends was Jim Whitaker, who climbed Mount Kennedy with him after my father died. And then we came out here a lot. My brother Joe was a guide, a mountaineer. My brother David, my younger brother, at that time was the youngest person ever to climb to Summit Mountain here. And so I spent a lot of time, and I love this part of the country, and I would take almost any invitation to come out here, or excuse me to come out here, because I love it. I wish I could live out here. And I want to just recognize a couple of my friends who are in the audience today. Sheila Hammond, who is at, I think it's KINK Radio.
That's right, yeah.
Who's an old friend of mine. And James Curley, who's on our board of directors, the Waterkeeper went. James, just show them, wait to talk to the Waterkeeper. And he doesn't look like it, but he used to be the CEO of Solomon, of the ski company, and he's recently moved to be the CEO of KEEN, which is the footwear company, which makes terrific outdoor footwear. So I'm going to go over there and speak in the morning, try to invigorate that group. I'm really glad.